Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the first crochet tutorial that I'm gonna show you. Today we're gonna make this top. I took some inspo from Pinterest and here you see the result. Now I'm gonna show you how to create it. Have fun! We're gonna start by making the upper part of the top, which means the two cups. Now we're gonna make the other cup. This is the one I already did. It has also the string to close the top at the back of your neck. So let's start. To make your cup, you're gonna need your yarn. To begin, I make an adjustable knot over here, so that I can make the loop as small or large as I want. Now I insert my hook into the loop. I can start now with my foundation chain. For the foundation chain, you're gonna measure the length under your boob and make as many chains as you need to fulfill this length. In my case, it is 38 chains. We're gonna see each other at the end of this row. Now I just finished my 38 chains and I add 2 more chains at the end of this row. 1 and 2. We're gonna do the first stitch in the third chain of this row. So you skip the first and the second chain. We're gonna do our first stitch in this chain, the third one. So you take yarn over, go through the loop, take again yarn over and pull through the loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You take again yarn over and pull through all loops. Now we're gonna continue this pattern until the end of the row. So you take yarn over, go through the loop, then again yarn over, through the loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. You take yarn over and pull through all the loops. We see each other again at the end of this chain. Now I'm doing my last 2 stitches. I go through the loop, yarn over, pull the yarn over and go through the loops. Also in the last chain of the row below, yarn over and through all the 3 loops. Now I'm finished with one row. Next we're gonna add 2 chains, 1 and 2, and we're gonna turn our work. Now we're gonna start decreasing the height of our cup. So you need to skip the first chain and make your first stitch into the second chain. So now you take yarn over, through the second chain, yarn over, through the loop, then you take yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops. You're gonna continue this pattern until the end of the row. See you there. Now I'm at the end of my second row and I have other 2 stitches to do. Pay attention to go also through the last chain of the row below. It's a little bit not so easy to see, but you should be able. So this was my last chain. Now you're gonna need to repeat the pattern by decreasing by 1 for other 13 rows. So you take yarn over, 1 chain, 2 chains, turn the work, skip the first chain and go through the second, yarn over, there are 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now you're gonna repeat this pattern for other 12 rows and we're gonna see each other when I'm finished. I wanted to say that in my case you need to do other 12 rows, but I don't know, for you, you have to measure the desired length, but at one point you need to decrease more by decreasing by 2, but I will show you as I'm finished. Now I just finished my 13 rows, decreasing by 1 in the width of our top. As you can see, at this point in the other cup, it decreases more and more. Now I'm teaching you how to do this stitch. You do your 2 chains as you did at the end of each row. Then you turn your work. Instead of skipping only 1 chain, you skip 2 chains. So you skip this first chain and this second chain, and you go into the third chain. You take yarn over and pull through all loops. You see here is a bigger space than in the other rows, and you continue like that. You continue decreasing by 2 stitches for other 10 rows. Now I finished my 10 rows decreasing by 2. You see here decreases more than down. And now I can do my 2 chains at the end of the row. Then I turn my work and I skip no chain, so I go into the first one, yarn over until the end of the row. Now I add 2 more chains, turn my work, and then I skip 1 chain. I don't go in this one, but in this one. Yarn over and yarn over until the end of this row. Now I do other 2 chains, turn my work, and I skip no chain, so I go 1, 2, 3 times into a chain. So it continues regularly. It's the same thing I did for this string. You continue doing the string until you can close the top at the back of your neck. Now we're gonna do the bottom panel with a floral stitch. To begin, you need to do a slip knot on your yarn, and then you make the foundation chain by multiples of 17. So you make as many chains as you need by multiples of 17. Now I made my 85 chains and we're ready to increase the height of our panel. When you guys reach your desired length, you add 2 more chains, so 1 and 2. In my case, I have now 87 chains. Our first double crochet, we're gonna make it into the 4th chain. So you skip 1, 2 and 3 chains and we're gonna do our first stitch into the 4th chain. To make a double crochet, you're gonna take yarn over, skip 1, 2, 3 chains, insert the hook in the loop, then again yarn over and pull through the loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You take yarn over and go through 2. You have again 2 loops. You take yarn over and go again through the 2 loops. Now you make 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now that you made your 5 chains, you go into the foundation chain and you skip 5 chains. So you skip 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and you go into the 6th chain, this chain. Now we're gonna do a simple crochet. So you go into the chain, you take yarn over and pull through 1 chain, then yarn over and pull through both chains. Like that. You continue to do this stitch for other 2 chains. So into the loop, yarn over, through both, into the loop, yarn over and through both. Like that. Now you make other 5 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And as before, you skip 5 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You make your double crochet into the 6th chain. For the double crochet, you take yarn over, go into the chain, then yarn over again, yarn over and go through 2 loops, yarn over and go again into 2 loops. You make this stitch for other 3 times. So yarn. Now you continue the pattern until the end of the row by making 5 chains, then skip 5, 3 single crochet, then 5 chains, skip 5 and 4 double crochet. You continue like this until you finish the foundation chain. Now I'm at the end of row 1. I did 3 single crochet. Now I chain 5 I skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I make 2 double crochet into the last 2 chains. So now if you go back and see, we finished as we started, with 2 double crochet. Now you make 3 chains, they will count as a stitch in the next row. Then turn your work. We make a double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Now you need to make other 3 double crochet into the chain space. Now you should have in total 5 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next we're gonna chain 4. Now you make a single crochet into the middle stitch of the single crochets of the row below. So you take 1, 2, 3 in the middle one, yarn over again and through the loops. After you got your single crochet, you chain 4. And then you make 3 double crochet into the chain space. You're gonna make the next double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. So you take yarn over into the chain, yarn over again, pull through 2 and again through 2 loops. In total you have 4 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now that you have your 4 double crochet stitches, you chain 3 and make a double crochet into the 4th double crochet of the row below. Now you continue the pattern until the end of the row. So you make 3 double crochet into the chain space. One, 2 and 3. Then chain 4, you search the middle stitch of the row below and you make a single crochet. Then again chain 4. And then you make 3 double crochet into the chain space. Next, you make a double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Then chain 3 and double crochet into the fourth stitch of the row below. Continue that way until you reach the end of the row. I'm now at the end of my row. Pay attention to don't forget the last chain of the row below. So you take yarn over through the chain. It's a bit difficult, but yes, now I'm into the chain, yarn over, through 2 and again through 2. We concluded with 5 double crochet stitches as we began at the start. Now make 1 chain that doesn't count as a stitch and then turn your work. We're gonna make a single crochet into the chain of the first double crochet of the row below. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull through both loops. Then chain 4 and make a double crochet into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. Now you're gonna do 3 double crochet stitches in the chain space. In total, you should have 4 double crochet stitches. Now chain 2. After you did your 2 chains, make 3 double crochet into the chain space. Like this. You see the flower is beginning to come. Now you make a last double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Then chain 4 and make a single crochet into this chain space. Now chain 4 again. And make a double crochet into the 4th chain of the row below. Now you can continue the pattern until the end of the row. So that means 3 double crochet, then chain 2, 3 double crochet, then double crochet into the first chain of the row below, then chain 4, single crochet, chain 4 again, double crochet into the last chain of the row below. We see each other at the end of this row. Now I'm at the end of my 3rd row and I make 4 chains. And then I make a last single crochet into the 3rd chain of the 3 chains we did before. We finished like we started at the beginning with a single crochet. Now you chain 8. And then turn your work. Now you skip this first chain space and you do 4 double crochet into this chain space. Now chain 5. And make a single crochet into this chain space. The next single crochet you're gonna make it in the single crochet we did in the row below. And now you're gonna do another single crochet in the next chain space. Now chain 5. And you're gonna skip this chain space and make 4 double crochet into this chain space. Now you're gonna continue the pattern until the end of the row. So you chain 5, make a single crochet into this chain space, a single crochet into this single crochet, and a single crochet again into the chain space. Then chain 5 and make 4 double crochet into this chain space. We see each other at the end of this row. Now I'm at the end of row 5, I chain 5. And then I make a double crochet into the last single crochet stitch of the row below. And this is row 4. Now for row 5, chain 1, then turn your work, and we're gonna do a single crochet into the double crochet stitch of the row below. Now chain 4. After you made your 4 chains, we're gonna do 3 double crochet stitches into the chain space. Next, make another double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. In total you must have 4 double crochet stitches. Now chain 3 and make a double crochet stitch into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. Now make 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space. In total you must have 4 double crochet stitches. Next, chain 4. And make a single crochet into the middle crochet stitch of the row below. Then chain 4 again. And make 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space. You make your last double crochet stitch into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Now chain 3 and make a double crochet into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. Now you can continue the pattern until the end of the row, which means 3 double crochet stitches, chain 4, single crochet into the middle stitch of the row below, then chain 4, 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space, the last double crochet stitch into the first double crochet stitch of the row below, chain 3, and then again double crochet stitch into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. We see each other at the end of this row. Now I'm at the end of row 5. I make 3 double crochet stitches into the chain space. Now chain 4 and make a single crochet into the third chain of the row below. So you count 1, 2 and 3. You make a single crochet into the third stitch. This is what row 5 looks like. Now for row 6, chain 3. Then turn your work and make 3 double crochet into this chain space. Now you make another double crochet into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Now you must have 5 double crochet stitches, counting also the 3 chains at the beginning of the row. Now chain 4. And make a single crochet into this chain space. Now you make another chain of 4. And you make a double crochet into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. Like this. Now make 3 double crochet stitches into the next chain space. Now chain 2. And make other 3 double crochet into the next chain space. You make a last double crochet stitch into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. You can see the flower that is showing now. Now you go on by making 4 chains, then a single crochet into this chain space, other 4 chains, a double crochet into the last double crochet stitch of the row below, then 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space, chain 2, 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space, and the last double crochet stitch into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. We see each other at the end of row 6. I'm now at the end of row 6. I did a single crochet, so now I chain 4. And make a double crochet into the last double crochet stitch of the row below. Now you make 3 double crochet stitches into this chain space. And now you go into the chain you did in the last row into the single crochet. So now, as in the beginning, you have 5 double crochet stitches. Now for row 7, you basically do the same thing you did for row 1. So chain 3, turn your work, and make a double crochet stitch into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. Now chain 5. And make a single crochet before the single crochet stitch of the row below, so into the chain space. Then you make another single crochet into the single crochet. And then another single crochet into the chain space. Now you must have 3 single crochet stitches. You chain 5 again. And make 4 double crochet stitches into this chain space. Now again chain 5. And make a single crochet into this chain space. And the single crochet into the single crochet. And then a single crochet into the next chain space. And you go on like this until the end of the row. Now you repeat row 1 to 6, so you have a set of a flower. You continue like this until you reach the desired length. Now I just finished the flower stitch panel, and I'm gonna show you how to connect it with the cups. This is what the cups look like. I connected these edges because so they look like they are more together. You can do it if you want, or you simply connect the 2 edges with a single stitch together. Now I'm gonna show you how to connect this to the flower panel. Now we're gonna make a string with simple chains. In my case it's 25 chains, but you have to measure your desired length. So let's start. Now I did my 25 chains, and we take our flower panel, and I'm gonna connect the string to the panel. So now you're gonna make a single crochet into the first chain. So you go into the chain with the hook, you take yarn over, and then yarn over through 2 loops, like that. You continue also in the next chain. While making this, you cover this string that was left from the panel. Now you make other 5 single crochet stitches into this chain space. The last single crochet stitch, you're gonna make it into the first single crochet stitch of the row below. And then also in the next 2 single crochet stitches. And again 5 single crochet stitches into this chain space. The last single crochet stitch, you're gonna make it into the first double crochet stitch of the row below. And you continue like that by making single crochet stitches until you reach the end of the row. And now I'm making as many chains as I did at the beginning. In my case, it's 25. Now you turn your work and you add 2 more chains. You're skipping these 2 chains and you're gonna take yarn over into the 3rd chain, then yarn over again, you go through 2 loops and then again through other 2. And you continue like this until the end of the row. You go also through the conjunction point, so you take yarn over into the first single crochet, take the yarn and through 2 loops and again through 2 loops. We see each other at the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the row. You make 2 chains, 1 and 2. And then you turn your work and you take yarn over through the loop, yarn over again, and then through all 3 loops, like this. Yarn over in the loop and through the loops. You do this until you reach the end of the row. Now I finished the row and it's time to connect the cups. Now it's needed that you count how many stitches are in the bottom row of your cups. And you count also how many stitches are from here to here. You need now to place your cups exactly in the middle. Now mark the stitch where you have to begin and take your yarn in the hook. Now insert the hook into the chain and take the edge of your cup and find the first chain and go into that. Take yarn over and go through all loops. Then again you search the next chain. You go through the chain like that and through the next chain into the cup. You take yarn, then next chain into the cup, take the yarn and go through everything. Next chain of the cup, yarn over and through everything. And you go on like this until every cup is sewed to the bottom panel. I just connected the 2 parts and your work is finished. To close up everything, I suggest you to put a button at the end of the string so that you can adjust the length of the back of your top. So now we're finished and thank you for watching.